And we're back. Today's show is all about LaCie drives. LaCie drives have been an industry standard for portable computing, portable backup, portable content creation. Today's show, we're going to go into the show in two segments. The first segment is going to be the top 5 reasons pro content creators trust LaCie storage. And the second segment is going to be where we're really going to walk through all the products and all the content. First reason, you can capture and edit on set. Now, there's these small, I'm gonna pick this one up, show it to the camera right here. This is my favorite drive in the world. I love this drive. This is the rugged SSD. It's a USB-C drive. I love it. It's fast enough, almost 1,000 megabytes per second for use with 4K editing workflows with ProRes or other 4K compressed formats. You can actually take the USB-C out of many camcorders that are out there and capture and directly edit on set. It's a great little workflow. LaCie actually has a page on their website where they link to all the cameras that are supported. But basically, if your camcorder's got USB-C out, this one's going to do the trick for you. Next, centralized workflows for your 4K, 6K, and beyond. Now, let's really concentrate on 4K. I think when we say 6K and 8K and beyond, we're really going future-wise. But let's look at all the different drives they have that can support these workflows. You've got the Big Dock Thunderbolt 3 RAID, you've got the 1 Big Dock SSD Pro, the 2 Big RAID, the rugged SSD Pro, of course, the orange one I talked about, the rugged SSD, and the 6 Big Dock Thunderbolt 3. All those drives have throughputs, which I consider in the 1,000 and up category, which is what you need to really produce 4K. Now, with run rates, with pass-through rates of about 480, you can do very compressed 4K. When you're getting into more of the uncompressed ProRes RAW type workflows and the less compression, you really want to be in the closer to 1,000 megabytes per second. When we get to the second part of the show, we go through all the drive families. We're going to focus really on what those throughputs are for you. Take your files on the go. Trust LaCie's history of rugged readiness. Bring this timeline up. This is amazing, folks. A lot of people don't realize LaCie's been at this game since 2005 producing rugged drives. In 2011, they added SSDs. We had Thunderbolt in 2014-15, and now, 2019, 2021, we've got these rugged drives, these ones right here. Like I said earlier in the show, I just love this unit. And can we go to the top for a second to show off some of these drives a little bit? So one of the things I want to show you is, this is the rugged SSD, and this is the typical rugged drive. That's basically a form factor that's, a laptop drive inside. I just want to show you how much smaller it is. It literally fits right on the silver part of the drive. I just find that so unique. I don't think that was by design. I just think it's the way it worked out, but I happen to like it. Little bit of something Gary finds kind of cool and coincidental. What does rugged mean? Protect your data, work with any computer, access it with the fastest connectivity. That's why we've got USB 3, we've got RAID, we've got USB-C, we've got Thunderbolt. These drives really do a great job. They're trusted, they're used by everyone. And in fact, if you go to the Apple store and you go to the Apple Genius Bar and they pull out a drive where they're going to recover or restore your data for your device, be it an iPad or a MacBook Air, or even a full Mac Pro, the odds are they're going to pull one of these out, and that's where that data lives. And that to me is like the greatest stamp of approval that any product I've ever sold has had, when it's what Apple standardizes, not just to sell in their stores, but actually for their tech support. Here's another one that's kind of cool. Works with iPad Pro. Now, when this first came into the presentation, I said to the guys, I said, are there really that many content creators, working with an iPad or an iPad Pro to create video? And I found out there are. Not only are a lot of content creators doing it, there's a lot of apps that can help you do it. So we're going to get into that a little bit. But one of the cool things about this is you connect these drives through USB-C to your iPad Pro, and you can actually use the video right in there when you're editing, which is pretty cool. You can also connect to docking stations, and you can take your files on the go wherever you go, which is pretty important. Now, what apps do we recommend? Well, here are some recommended mobile video apps that are out there. There's Adobe Rush, which is getting great reviews. There's KineMaster. LumaFusion is kind of on the top of the end, and iMovie, which is free. But, there's even more. There's also things like Filmic Pro you can use to shoot better and make your iPad or your iPhone more, give you more cinematic control of the camera and the settings and stuff like that. And there happen to be a lot of people producing some really cool content, you know, just with an iPad Pro. So kudos to you if you're doing it. And if you're doing it, you want to get your hands on one of these puppies or one of these, your choice. Here's really what I think is so cool about the LaCie stuff, and that is multi-year warranties and rescue recovery service. Now, first, let's look at the rescue recovery services, because this is really what's cool. You know, guys, I'd love to tell you that whatever hard drive you buy, if you buy this LaCie hard drive, it's going to work forever. It's never going to break. It's never going to screw up. It's never going to drop. It's never going to make a mistake. It's never going to crash or what have you. But, you know, the truth of the reality is at some point, hard drives, even SSDs, give up the ghost. Things go wrong. As rugged as it is, maybe you drop it from, you know, the roof of your house, or you drive over it on your car, whatever you did. Well, LaCie drives come with rescue data recovery services. Now, this comes with your drives. This is so cool. Your data is risk-free. You know you're going to get it back. Now, sometimes your data gets corrupted, sometimes it doesn't. It's not a process. You're going to have to send the drive back to them, but they have a 95% success rate, which I think is so cool. And this data recovery comes up free. So can you bring this up full screen? There's a little bit of fine print on here. So I want to give people a chance to read, you know, what to expect and, you know, the length of the product recoveries and stuff. So, and the other thing that's kind of goes without saying is they'll recover data from your drive once. It's a one-shot deal, you know. It's kind of like first time, okay. Second time, nah, you know, they'll still do it for you, but there's going to be a fee. So it's very cool, and we recommend that as soon as you get your LaCie drive that you register for your data recovery. So let's go over the data recovery services, because different drives come with different levels of data recovery. So the bigger, faster drives in the content creation space that you can see up here are more 5-year. When it's a RAID, because there's multiple drives involved, they drop it down to a 3-year warranty for the data recovery. And then the older little rugged USB-C and secure, those are a 2-year data, a limited warranty. But very cool. They all come with the data recovery, and they come with the warranty of 2 to 5 years. And look at how many drives come with 5 years. That's just a phenomenal warranty. And kudos to LaCie. They stand behind their product. What can I tell you? It's great.